5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are live. Guys, this is Bait and Wait Outdoors, Talking Shop, podcast number 1. And we have our two newest members, Joey Lopresti and Jason Barnhouse, on with us. It's Edward Lynn over there in the corner as well.
What up?
Fellas, it has been a busy few weeks. Jason, you've got a couple videos up. You've been constantly filming. Joey, you came in strong. I think you've already produced 4 videos in less than a week.
That's a good turkey season.
Yeah. We dropped one today, as a matter of fact.
That video turned out really good.
Yeah, and you got the footage with both your son and your daughter. Your son killing his first bird. Your daughter was with you when you killed another one, and then you tag out just a few days ago, and you got all of it on film, which some priceless footage. And then just this past Saturday, Jason, we had been talking about wanting to start like some simple series. Jason, you got the range access. We go there shooting all the time, and we were talking about doing a Tannerite versus series. So just like household appliance type thing, super simple video, but just shooting and blowing up something random. And we absolutely destroyed a laptop on Saturday, which was a pretty cool little video.
That's awesome.
Toshiba Not So Tough book.
Toshiba Not So
Tough book.
Not against Tannerite, I guess.
No. And of course, we're also in the midst of like fish are on the bed. We got cameras running, but weather's been a little wonky, so we haven't pulled off any like really strong fishing videos yet.
I've been trying.
And then we still have a ton of videos in the backlog. We've got 8 months worth of footage that hasn't even been edited yet. So there's a ton of stuff going on.
Not to mention a quarantine, a virus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First unemployment.
How's everybody doing with the quarantine and the COVID-19?
That's my quarantine haircut.
Yeah. I got the same.
I'm not. Yeah. I need a haircut so bad. It's horrible.
You look homeless. Ed looks homeless.
I think that's why he's got the light back there. He's washing him out, so we ain't actually got to see his hair.
Yeah, you ain't got to see me. I'm ugly. I got to wash that out.
Everyone's actually filming from home.
Yeah.
I'm in my Jeep sitting in front of my friend's house because they're playing cards and being loud.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sitting on your car?
Huh?
Isn't that where you're sleeping now, in your car?
Yes, this is my home. Yeah. Y'all want like MTV Cribs tour? Like this is it. Like look, I got the hard hat, water bottle, shirts, fishing rod, clothes. I got everything in here. What you want?
Look, you got 2 wrappers and a few STDs too.
Yeah. I need a shower just watching that.
Stay on the go, man.
It's good to go.
So Joey, your background, that shiplap back, what's that in the middle? That like box in the middle? Is that open or?
Yeah, it's a dartboard.
Oh. When you said they were similar, I didn't realize you actually had a dartboard in the middle of yours too.
No, that's what I said. It's exactly the same. I just put the pallets on the front to.
Oh, that looks awesome, man.
Yeah, that is pretty badass. I'm pretty jealous.
I am too. You like different ideas. I'm building an office now, so.
There you go. A little bit of pallets, and I mean the nails are still in there. I just took a sawzall, cut the pallets apart, nailed it up, and nailed the piece of wood on top of the dartboard case.
Lee, why is it yours that cool?
Mine runs from the ceiling to the floor, and
because Emily won't let him put deer horns on it. That's why.
Look, this is why my office, everything's crammed in here and like piled up because this is the only room in the house I'm allowed to hang stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad. Nice being a homeowner where you can't do anything in it.
Yeah.
I understand the feeling.
So, guys, we were talking about, Jason and I were looking. I don't know if you guys are familiar with these Condor hats, these Condor tactical hats. And Jason had one. We were out shooting Saturday, and my head got absolutely scorched by the sun. So he pulled one of these out of the truck and handed it to me. And I think it's probably the one he's wearing right now.
Same one.
This is in no way a promotion or we're being sponsored by Condor at all. This is just
Unfortunately, we should. They make great products.
But we were talking about getting Columbia shirts with like the Bait and Weight Outdoors logo on them, and then it dawned on me, like, these are flex fit hats. They're super comfortable, and with the morale patches, you can get like Lopresti or Baird or whatever here, and we can get the logo here.
I think you should wear it like that all the time.
Like that?
Yeah, like that right there all the time. Just
Like the old timers?
looking like Elmer Fudd.
I think you're truly testing out the flex fit of that hat, though.
Yeah, he is. He's putting it to the max.
That's messed up, man.
It's just a quality product, that's all.
I have a pretty big old dome. Like,
You are pretty, dude. You got like the biggest head I've ever seen on a human being, I think.
that's all that brain power, man. All that brain power.
You know, the only part that sucks about that is my hat fit his head comfortably.
That's why I bought it. When I was like, dude, Jason, there's no way your hat's going to fit me. And I put it on, and then I looked at Jason, and I'm like, he's got a big-ass head.
I still think it's a flex fit, Jason. Yours fits a little perfectly, and then it's stretched out for Lee.
He's got a weird shaped head though. It's like oblong.
Looser since I let him wear it.
Oh, man, I don't know if I've ever had my head called oblong. That's pretty messed up.
I mean, it's on the side of your hat, man. I don't have that. Well, I guess I do. Anyway,
we were getting some quotes on the patches, and then I got a few of the hats. So this is the OD green.
Damn, Lee, you did go all out and just buy everything.
really good.
That's what he's been doing for quarantine.
And then this is the navy. I don't have a patch on that.
The navy looks like the black, just to let you know.
It does. I can't tell them apart. I'm not going to lie. Side by side, they look black, both of them. But I will tell you, here's what I learned. Both these hats, see, this has got a mesh back. This one doesn't.
Hey, that's nice. I like that.
This one fits better than the mesh hat.
Oh.
So these two are identical. These two have mesh. I don't like the mesh.
I don't have it.
I'm going to try and find the OD green.
I bet y'all can see me now with them headlights. What's up?
Say again?
Yeah, I don't like the mesh. I like the solid, and they're still cool. I mean, like not only flex fit, but you know, in the summertime you wear them, you still get the coolness in them.
Yeah, I need that for work.
Well, they were only like $16 a hat, and these came with the patches that were on them. And then you can buy different patches, but I thought it was a quick, like easy, like bait and weight swag. You know what I mean? Thing. We're getting some quotes on patches to figure out, but we're about halfway through the decal stock. So, Joey, you may not realize this, but once a month, and I've been off Caden, see all these black boxes up here?
Yeah.
They're filled with fishing lures that haven't been opened. I get it every month, and we do an unboxing, and then we'll give one away.
Okay, cool.
And we throw a bait and weight decal in it, and I mail it out to whoever wins it. But they have to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment.
Hey, man, let's do a giveaway right now.
You want to do a giveaway right now?
Yeah, let's do a giveaway right now.
I don't know. Look, there's no need to do a giveaway because my box will be in the mail in the next 2 days, and then we're doing one then.
Well, you can just do two. You're not gonna hurt anything. You got a pile to get rid of.
I do. I've got 13 of these boxes to give away.
Yeah, let's just do two, man. Let's do it.
Well, hold on. Let me show you what's in one of them. So.
Hey, y'all, like I put Lee on the spot with that, didn't I? Uh-huh.
It was rough, man.
Booyah poppers, some Daiichi hooks, some soft plastics.
Let's do that box right now. Comment, like, subscribe. We'll do a random giveaway.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fine.
When this video comes out, comment, like, subscribe to the channel. We'll do a giveaway.
There's one catch I want to add to that, because one thing we don't do a good job of is this. Yeah, you got to be a subscriber. Yes, hit the like button. Share the video, but also go to our Instagram, and we'll put up a post specific to this podcast.
Yeah.
And leave a comment on that as well. So you got to hit Instagram and YouTube. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll throw a Bait and Weight Outdoors logo decal in the box, and I'll ship it to you.
Thanks.
Solid, man.
It's like getting a free football package.
Yeah, I'm that friend. I'm that bad influence friend. I will put you on the spot with some stuff like that.
He's not the one buying the boxes or the decals.
No, absolutely not. I would just talk you into doing something.
So we had, a year, 2 years ago, I have a friend that cut some vinyl decals, and she quoted us a price. We had some smaller, larger ones, and larger ones made, and then had the hashtag one. Jason and Joey, I think you both got the larger ones.
Yep.
When you join. The smaller ones, we have them in white and black, and I usually let them choose which one they want. I put the smaller one in the box. So,
Awesome.
Did we lose Jason?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Let's no telling.
No, he's back.
That was weird.
What happened?
Sometimes things get wonky.
Sometimes things get wonky.
Oh, well, Wonky came back.
Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh,
Can't see.
I can't see none of y'all.
Yeah, he's doing that on purpose. That's not a connection issue. He's messing around over there.
Got some invisibility cloak on himself.
Yeah.
Secrets are happening.
Secrets are happening.
So Joey, didn't you and Joey Baird go fishing on the river? Did y'all film that?
Yeah, we did. That's when I realized the limitations to the Tacticam in close quarter proximity. As it looked like the Blair Witch Project on a
Okay.
16-foot boat. But we did have both GoPros going from the center console, one to the front and one to the back. So hopefully the footage was decent. It was a slow fish to start, but then when they started hitting, we caught probably 7 or 8 in a row, one keeper and one actually almost 25-inch one that my daughter reeled in that was too big, was outside of the slot. But it was a good day.
Y'all were fishing with shad and just live shad.
Live minnows, actually.
Live minnows.
All this shad that he had caught earlier in the morning had died. So we hit up the little bait shop right before we got to the river, and I think we bought like 7 dozen. And they don't last very long when the current's going, and you got to take the barbs off the hooks when you're fishing the river.
Yeah.
So they don't stay on there long.
No.
So wait, say that again. You got to take what off the hooks? The barbs off?
Yeah, you got to debarb the hook, bend it down, or shear it off, or fish with
because the striper in the Roanoke River right there, they're spawning fish. They're actually coming from the ocean.
Yep.
So they want as many of them to return as possible. Like if they get off, they don't want the fish to have too much damage.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to fish barbless for that.
Yeah, that's only there. Like on Gaston and stuff, we don't have to fish barbless.
Right.
Yeah, it's a North Carolina Roanoke River thing. But some of the guys that were fishing down there, even though they could keep, 2 per person, they weren't even measuring them. They were just down there to have a good time and fish. That they could care less about keeping them. So they weren't, didn't even have coolers in the boat. But and the amount of people that were down there was ridiculous. I bet it was 200 boats up and down the river, but plenty of places to get. That was my first time on the river, actually, and it was awesome.
That's a blast. That's a blast for sure.
Other than trying to back up Joey's trailer down that steep launch ramp with his jacked up truck, you can't see. Maybe
you can't see anything until it's too late.
Yeah,
you better run the boat over when you're
jackknife the trailer sideways in front of 100 people and make you look silly. My kids in the car screaming. I'm trying to get them to get back so I can see down the mirrors. Yeah, it was.
Look, I am terrible at backing a trailer up anyway, and I tried to back his up with a boat trailer, and it's pretty awesome. And he's back there yelling the whole time.
Well, he had warned me and said, "Look, it's gonna make you feel stupid or look stupid." I said, "No, man, I've been backing up trailers my whole life. I've owned a 24-foot boat at the bay. I got no issues. Well, I was wrong. That jacked up truck, man,
I was wrong.
I was wrong. It was ugly.
Something about up, man. It makes it tough.
He got the bait and weight background. Look at him. It's just way too big.
I'm playing with it, man. I'm learning. I just got.
I'm learning.
Yeah, I sent him the vector file today because we've been doing the patch quotes.
Yeah.
I had a graphics artist build us a vector file for the logo. So essentially, you can blow that up and put it on a billboard, and it won't distort. And then there's like the parent file. So when you're getting like sending out the logo to companies for like shirts and stuff, you send them the vector file, and they can manipulate it by colors and everything. But that's what we've been using to get quotes on the patch.
I got you. So Barnhouse, how's turkey season been going for you, man?
Terrible, to be honest with you.
I can relate to that, my friend.
Yeah, well, half of it's getting out. The other half is, we have terrible coyotes. So, like, you get a bird on the ground, the moment they touch, they just shut up. They won't make. Like Lopresti, in your video today, great video. I loved it. That it's the same thing. You'll hear them a few times in the roost, but the moment they come down, you just got to be looking out the whole time.
Until they get like right on top of you, you don't even know it, and they gobble because you just set them off, and they're like 10 yards away. You didn't even know it.
Yep. And the closest I had one come in, literally a hen intersected me between the bird and the hen, right in between us. So he went with the lost. No comment.
You got blocked hard. You got blocked real hard.
Yeah, from that video this morning that we posted, when I left the field where I flushed the hen and walked to the other side, when I got to the field edge, there was 3 hens out in the field, and I'm like, well, here goes this hunt. Well, when I called, he gobbled, and I was between him and the hens, so I knew I was in the driver's seat then. So I
you were in money.
I was excited, but Kylie's hunt that we're gonna post, that bird gobbled the whole time from the roost. He gobbled when he got on the ground. He gobbled within 30 steps of where Kylie and I were sitting, and it scared both of us to death. It shook the bones. It was awesome. So we've had some ground gobbling, but it's definitely, the coyotes make a huge impact on turkey hunting for sure.
Yeah.
I've only been able to go 3 times, and all 3 times the birds have been henned up. But the worst one this year was me and my buddy went. I got off work at 8. Met him. We went to the spot. Crow called, 1 gobble. We backed out and worked our way around. I walked down there and I yelped, and 3 cut me off, just hammered. I was like, oh, this is it. We're going to sit right here. We're going to kill one of these birds. So I started calling, and they were just going back and forth. I looked on Onyx, and on Onyx, I could tell they were on the other side of the creek. So me and him went around, sit up on the other side of the creek. 45 minutes I called these birds. They were just hot, gobble, gobble. It was crazy. They got within 60 yards one time. I could hear them spitting and drumming, and I knew it was going down. Well, they just would not commit. So me and him got up and walked around, and as I'm easing down through the woods, I hear him go, hold up. Looked up ahead of me. These 3 gobblers had 6 hens with them. This was last week.
Dang.
Yeah, this late in the season, I can't believe they're still henned up like that.
Yeah.
But that definitely explained why they didn't come. They had all they wanted to handle right there with them.
Yep.
Well, look.
The one that I tagged out on the other day, there was 3 hens, 2 jakes, and 2 gobblers with them. But, they were just more inquisitive walking the field edge, coming down where I was. They weren't coming hard. They were just following the hens, and I just got lucky. But
hey, man, that's all it takes is right time, right place. That's it.
No doubt.
Yeah, the other thing that sucked is, I've seen jakes run through, but I don't want to crack off on a jake.
I could have killed 2 jakes this year. I'm just not gonna do it.
I don't mind this the last day, and I just want some meat in the freezer because I love that's my favorite.
That's understandable.
Yeah. I want a big old fat thunder chicken coming down. That's what I want.
Well, Lopresti over there is going to be eating turkey everything for a while.
Man, we got some turkey, buddy. It's vacuum sealed in the freezer. We've smoked a couple of them already, and man, it was awesome.
Man.
My favorite thing to do is make turkey strips, man. Like cut them things up in thin strips, deep fry 'em. Oh man,
That's good too. Do you do anything other? I only take the breast. Y'all take the legs too?
no, I just take the breast.
I'm the same.
I tried eating a wild turkey leg one time. It ain't much there,
There ain't
and
much
it's
there.
tough. It's
I mean,
tough.
I've eaten them before, and they're all right, but it's a lot of work to get the legs off and do something with them, and it's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm much the same.
I'm about to have to put my coat on up in here, y'all.
I got my sweatshirt on and I'm in my house.
That means that's his bed sheet.
This is my blanket.
Hey, cheat out.
It's my blanket. Hey, y'all quit hating on me, man. All I do is fish and work. That's all I do.
I like it. I ain't mad at you.
Oh yeah, coming up soon. I'm coming to get the night vision camera, and me and Jonathan Caps are gonna go on the lake. The shad spawn is starting, and hopefully we're gonna get a really awesome night of top water fishing.
All right, just make sure you press the record button the moment the fish bites the hook, and that way, if it's a 10-minute fight, you got it all on camera.
So we were talking about that, Jason, because I've got 2 batteries for it, and at some point I'll invest more. But for those who don't know, last year I invested in an infrared camcorder. We've used it, I've used it walking to the deer stand in the dark for a few clips. Jason used it one night for a predator hunt. The battery life, because it's also broadcasting an infrared light, I mean, the battery's gone in a hot minute.
Is there any way we could disconnect that light and just use the infrared light, a different one?
Yeah, I've got a separate infrared light, like a flashlight and a bracket mount that you could use with it.
Yeah, so can't we just disconnect?
Turn the light off in the camera. I haven't figured out how to turn it off. And that's
Open
what's the battery.
Open it up and clip the wires.
But Jason, you said you got like 20, 30 minutes of battery, right?
I mean, I got a fair amount. I can't make it that bad. Heck, I think it's still on the memory card in the camera. It's probably a total of 50 minutes worth on there, but when I first started, I was doing a lot of the B-roll shooting. I was talking to the guy who was leading the predator hunt and the landowner. So we're just talking about, like, there was a bunch of cow fields we were going to. The predators were bad. And literally in the middle of talking to him, the landowner told me this awesome story, or sad, depending on how you look at it. In calving season, he literally had like 6 coyotes take down one of his calves. And it was
that's a financial drain.
Well, it was also post dawn, which was weird, like kind of early morning, taking it down. And I mean, I had that all on camera, and it was still nighttime. I look, and the whole camera's off. I missed all of it. I couldn't very well.
All of it.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Could you bring up that terrible, sad story about the brand new cat that you just were a little upset and almost choked up about? That I was just like, and let me change the battery. So I used the second battery pretty sparingly with the predator hunt guy, and I mean, it's a decent camera. I think the video is good. We did 1080 60 frames, but it just it sucks it down. The other tough part is when you're trying to film at night, and Lee, you've done it, and I'm sure you guys have too. When you can't have any light, don't have any extra light. You kind of open that door to check your shot, and it's like, whoa. I mean, I feel like felt like 10,000 lumens were coming out of the side of that little screen.
Yeah, that's not really an issue with fishing, but you're going to be very deliberate on filming B-roll and like A-roll shots. The one night video we have, Ed filmed it using the standard GoPros camcorder with lights, and it came out okay. So I think he can do a hybrid of that with the.
That was my cell phone.
Whatever, but you can do a hybrid with the night vision and make it. But the problem is, here's the real problem, right? Like, you guys know we've got some really expensive cameras, and then we've got some throwaway cameras that are high quality, and like we've got a little bit of everything when it comes to GoPro. You get the 5s, you get the 3s, you got the Session 4s, you got the Session 5s. You got the moneymaker here, the DSLR, and We've got a couple of the Vixia camcorders, the Canons. Now this one's all camoed up right now. Joey's got the other one. These are the best bang for the buck as far as quality and price. Because it's like, yeah, it's like $200-250 for the base model. It's in good light. It's damn near as good as the DSLR, but you can zoom and it's tough. This thing is falling out of trees.
I don't want to say what I put it through.
It's gotten rained on, dropped in the boat, and it's still chugging. You know, and this thing, I got 3 years on this now, and it's still how's it doing now? But
What model is that, Lee?
this, I don't know. I got it taped up. It's a Vixia HFR 600. I think
Okay. I think I bought the 300, but it was the same HFR or whatever.
and the one that Joey has, I believe, is the 800. It was newer than this one. I gave him the newer model.
Gotcha.
But these are the best bang for the buck because I won't take that. DSLR is too expensive. I don't take that on the boat.
Yep.
You know, if I do, it goes in a dry box and it stays safe. But these, like, if I lose it, it would suck. I don't feel bad about it. Now, the problem, this is a Canon, right? Canon's known as a good camera. This is some Chinese nonsense. And the only infrared cameras you can find are, like, Chinese-built, no-name cameras because Canon does not make an infrared camera like this. So what you're getting is it's okay. Like, this is actually much better at night than the daytime. If you film during the day, it looks super grainy. It's shitty.
Yeah.
But the night vision on it is pretty sweet.
Definitely looks good. It just
Yeah.
doesn't last long.
Now you couple this, the night vision camcorder, and you get clever with like B-roll filming. And then in the closet, you guys know I just built that Predator AR with an infrared scope on it. Like, we're going to put together some pretty banging Predator hunts.
Yeah.
Like, whatever we want to do, because the scope records and the camcorder records. That's all we need. And the scope has a microphone. So if the scope is on, it can hear us talking. So it's a pretty, you know, that I wanted to be able to expand into night videos. So we've got everything we need to film like effectively at night at this point. And I would like at some point to get a second one of these.
And my GoPro's on the way too. And I just want to let y'all know, y'all got a sick deal when y'all bought those GoPro Hero 5s because it's ridiculous right now what the price of them things are. Used, heat up, don't matter.
How much was it? You got the refurb, right?
Well, there was, I mean, I messed around on eBay and Amazon for literally like the last 2.5 weeks after I started to miss a few shots that I should have gotten and was way too zoomed in on things that the GoPro. And I mean, $150, you can get a pretty decent, you know, I guess, well taken care of version of the Hero 5. But I mean, when Joey and Lee were talking about spending $120, $130 for the other ones, you can't find a used one anywhere close to that price right now. I mean, $160, $170 used on eBay is, I mean, it's crazy.
This is the Hero 5. Oh shit.
Well,
This is the damn, I did pop the door off on it. This is the Hero 5 that we got on the sale for like $120. I bought 2, Jason bought 2, Joey bought 2, Sean bought 1. I priced them today. Sean called me this afternoon and was like, man, I should have got 2 of them. Are they still on sale? I did find them for $150.
Yep.
That's
what you can get them. I mean, I was trying to get in that range where you guys were. I actually bought one last night that came with the clamp arm, a window suction mount, the head mount, all kinds of other stuff. I paid like $145, which I thought was a really good deal. And it had been used twice, so said the person that probably has a coronavirus that's shipping it to me. But
so this, yeah, this Joey, these were the like workhorses for the past couple of years. These are Hero 3 Pluses.
That is a bad mamma jamma right there, buddy. I have put them cameras through some stuff.
They shoot 1080-60, but they're old and they're inside of a waterproof case.
Right.
Because of that, it muffles the microphone.
Those cameras have been from West Virginia to North Carolina to Chesapeake Bay, James River.
Yeah, and see that extended battery. That's an aftermarket battery. You can't buy these anymore. These batteries. That's a 12-hour runtime on a Hero 3. The problem is the Hero 3 only takes a 64 gig card, which at 1080/60 is about 6.5 hours of footage. So the battery lasts about twice as long as the memory card. You got to swap memory cards before you run out of battery. Now, dude, I've had these for a long time. These made Bait and Weight Outdoors. These GoPros right here. The audio is terrible because inside the case it's muffled. You can't hear a whole lot. Now, I've been speccing this setup for quite some time, and what this is the Hero 5 Black with an extended battery option. You see the clamp I just put it in?
Yep.
Now, when I clamp it down, it's secured. It's still waterproof, but the microphone is not covered, so the audio is still good. I did a run test of 8.5 hours on this. This will take at least a 256 gig card. I ran a 128. I got 8.5 hours of footage on it at 1080/60 before it died. And I got two setups like this. So this will officially retire this. These will be the backup cameras.
Yep.
And Jason got his in today, as a matter of fact, or today or yesterday.
Today.
Yeah.
Today, Junior, today.
One to order it, last one to get it.
Now, there's something to be said about having a GoPro that you can just set up to record and forget about
no
it.
doubt.
Touch the
I
battery.
mean, that's a huge thing, and that's part of what I've been missing. I feel like with video and in general, sometimes you miss some of those shots that you know you weren't ready for. When something happens, you go hit record, and unless you've got some kind of body worn camera that goes back 30 seconds, like the police cams or something, you miss that shot. But and I know some of the videos that you'll see coming up with Paige and Kylie, when I start to zoom in to talk to them to do interviews, their daggone heads cut off because I'm not standing back far enough or something like that. So I'm looking forward to adding the GoPro to the arsenal for sure.
That's right.
It'll definitely change your video quality. I mean, it's gonna be a big game changer for you, dude. I was highly impressed with that video that came out today. I was like, you're really good on camera. You don't need much direction. You got it pretty down packed, and I think your video quality is just gonna get better.
I'm enjoying it. I mean, I've been videoing for a long time, but to be honest, I don't have the technical abilities to actually do any editing or make anything of it. So I've got, all kinds of clips, but, doing B-roll and doing interviews and that kind of stuff. I mean, I've got all the money shots and the action shots and that kind of stuff, but it's nice to be able to put something together. And, I'm absolutely stoked to be a part of this team and be able to, get some of these memories and, especially with the kids and stuff, man. Like,
definitely.
Well, I don't think a lot of people realize that like the broader team, I do the editing. We're a federated group in that we independently film. Sometimes we come together, we fish together, we hunt together. But the footage is funneled through me, and I edit it. It does two things. It keeps the quality up, and it keeps the style similar. We experimented with Brian editing. And that was a little bit of a train wreck. If you look at Jason grinning, if you look at a couple of the older videos, we let him have a stab at it.
Sorry, Brian. We love you, man. We love you to death, but oof.
I don't know. I learned how to cook from him. I feel good.
But I don't look, Joey. Here's the big thing. You can't just film catching a fish or just taking the shot. You got to talk to the camera about what's going on. You nailed that on your first go. Like, you had narration, you told what was going on, and you did damn good for the cameras you had. That makes it easy for me to edit. See, I get footage sometimes where I've got hours of footage and no story. I have to figure the story out when I'm editing.
That's where I come in, because he calls me. He's like, "Hey, man, what are you doing today?" Like, nothing. Come over here and label this video. So I sit down and watch like 18 hours of footage and just click through it. I mean, just click, finding like the front. It's
We filmed. Ed and I were out on the bay. It's a Chesapeake Bay striping video. I think we had 1, 2, 3. We had 6 or 7 cameras set up on the boat that day. We filmed an 8-hour day. So you multiply 8 hours. That was the amount of footage we had. and we had to go through it and label all the fish catches on each camera.
It's 7 times 8. 7 times 8. Not just 8 hours. It's 7 times 8.
Yeah.
Because it's 7. I mean, literally, it was.
So we took shifts and going through the footage, clicking through hours of footage. And again, all the cameras ran all day because we had the batteries. So we just let them roll. And we just kept swapping memory cards. And we had to go through and label them. So the challenge is then keeping track of camera 1, fish 1, camera 3, fish 1. You know what I mean? And labeling them that way so that we can then cut between cameras so that when you hook up on fish on camera 1, I can cut to camera 3 of you netting them, the net cam.
Or if camera 3's got a better angle on you setting the hook on a fish, it's all about getting a shot. And like those extended batteries make life just that much easier. I mean,
so think about this. I saw I've already went through some of the footage and spoiler warning. I know you had Kylie filming you on the phone. That was brilliant. But I've always got a let me see if I got it. See this little tripod here, my DSLR? This thing unscrews. I will put a GoPro on that and set it on the ground, pointed back at me. Like if I'm deer hunting.
Right. It's almost gotten hit several times. It almost got hit 4 or 5 times with me this year.
Yeah, and I put it on the ground, so I always have a camera that's got me full body, like listening to dogs run or, on a deer stand. Then I've got a gun camera mounted on me, and then I'm supplementing footage the whole time with the camcorder. So I can pull out, shoot B-roll, or talk to the camcorder, and the backup is always the phone. You've always got your phone if everything else fails, But you pull it all together and you've got some dimension to the video. Instead of just running one camera in one view, you can cut to different, it's a little bit more appealing, There's an art to it.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, which is why I've never done it, and that's why I'm glad that Lee can do it. I'll send you all the videos you want, bro. You just got
to like he was saying, man, you make it easy. You have all that B-roll stuff. I know he was just telling me, like, just talk to the dang thing, and I can make the rest happen.
Right.
And Joey, just to let you know, you ever need a cameraman to do anything, I am down to film anytime. If I'm off, I will film. I don't have to be involved in anything. I just like to film.
Yeah, and that's likewise. Me and Joey Baird have been talking about that trying to get a good video and trying to self-film or hunt or whatever is difficult. So to actually have a cameraman to sit up there, if you put a double set up or, 2-man stand or sitting on the ground or whatever, and have one person dedicated to filming makes a huge difference, which now that I'm going tomorrow with my dad and Cage, again, trying to get him on a nice long beard, and that's going to be my job. I'm just going to film because obviously I can't even tote the gun. So I'm just going to tote the calls and let them do all the shooting. So.
I'll tell you that it'll also wear you out too, right? Like I put filming before hunting in black powder, and I filmed every single day of muzzleloader season in the rain. I mean, man, I had the most cinematic footage, camera angles, bottom of tree pointed up at the stand. I had everything going on, and
this man let 26 does walk past him, and he didn't shoot not the first one.
37.
Oh,
counted 37 deer out of the stand. We're not going to say where the stand was. Counted 37 does out of the stand, and I did not shoot because I was waiting on some horns.
And I would have been putting look how much deer.
Just like a light switch. I didn't see anything the rest of muzzleloader season. That was it.
That's because you're greedy. You're greedy.
He's sent in the bait weight channel all the time. Man, look at this one. Look at these 7 of them standing there. It's broadside. I can spit on them and hit them. I don't see no horns. And then remember the one time he saw horns? Oh, it's like 250, 300 yards away. He's running though. I'm going to grunt him back.
I saw one pair of horns, and that thing was 300 yards away, all a muzzleloader, and it just did not come together. This was a rough year for me, man. And look, everything on the wall behind me, that's the last 5 years of muzzleloader season right there, all of those. So this was a dry year for me.
I dragged that giant 6-pointer out back there. That was a big old deer.
What, this one right here?
Or the one on the wall? Yeah. I don't know which one was that big giant 6-pointer that me, you, and Joey ended up having to drag out.
That's
that
the
night.
one. That's the camouflage one right there.
Yeah.
It's a lot bigger. It's way back there, but it's
Yeah.
it was super wide. Yeah.
Yeah, just you keep telling it's your story. You tell it how you want.
Messes it up being on camera when you can't make up that story. It's right there.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get him off the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he got up.
Here I come.
That ain't bad, man.
No, I'm messing with you, man.
It's camera lenses playing tricks.
Cameron is playing tricks.
Yeah, I forgot all about that. You did help us drag that deer out, didn't you?
It's all about the angles, Lee. It's all about the angles.
Well,
Joey,
something's broke because it's making Lee's head look big, but the horns look small. I don't know how that works out.
well, that's not the real skull. That's one of them plastic skulls. You set the screws apart a little bit wider, so
That's messed up, man. That's messed up.
10 inch to about 23.
That's messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people understand how difficult it is actually to film while you're hunting and actually get good footage because I'm going to be honest, man. Sometimes the camera comes second, but when you're trying to film for a channel and then the camera has to come first, so you miss a lot of animals that you probably could have taken because you're trying to get a good, good shot. And I hadn't gotten to that point yet that I'm going to pass up on that shot quite yet, but it's coming.
I will never personally get to that point.
Yeah.
See,
I will always take the shot.
Like, I'm not a hardcore hunter like my brother is. I love to hunt, but I don't grind like he does. So I'm okay with missing something. Joey is not going to miss a deer for the camera. He is not. He will forget the camera in the truck if it comes to killing a big buck.
Oh, I'm the same way. I'm telling you right now, I will film afterwards. I will squeeze the trigger and we can make a video from there forward, but I'm not going to miss a big one.
Well, I'll tell you,
just trying to reach down to turn the camera on. I did that bear hunting up in Maine. Here comes this bear, and I'm like, oh, I got to turn the camera on. And I reach up, turn the camera on, and he saw my big-ass hand or something, and away he went. And
that's the nice thing about these GoPros, though, the extended battery. You don't have to worry about that.
Well, the problem with that is the GoPro is not good for, like, filming the game. It's
right.
That Tacticam I like because it's got the zoom built in. That's a better shot for that gunshot. What I do is I'll take like this claw mount here and clip that on the tree stand and put the camcorder on it. And we'll try and adjust it and then zoom in. But the problem I ran into, and I did this, the one buck shot, the one deer kill I have on camera, I zoomed in on the buck, right? I had him in frame. And from the time I got him in frame and picked up the gun, and got the crosshairs on him, he stepped out of the camera frame.
You got to recheck the camera.
Man, buck fever got the best of him.
Squeeze that trigger.
Ed has seen the footage. All you see in the camera is his ass.
Yeah.
And when I pull the trigger, he hits the ground, does not wiggle, but that's all you see. Just his ass in the camera. So, man, I was heartbroken. I could not believe that I messed that shot up. Like,
y'all don't realize how much junk I talked to Lee when this happened, because he even let deer walk. I was like, Lee, if you let another deer walk, I'm gonna whoop your tail when you come back to Richmond, because you didn't let, like, I don't even know, 80-some deer walk past you during Black Powder last day. I was like, you better shoot something. We need a video, man. Like, you just being greedy at this point. We need some deer jerky, okay?
So the last weekend of deer season, we were doing man drives. It was me, Daddy, Joey, and Jordan, and we got out there in the cutover, and I didn't have a rifle. So Joey gave me Jordan's Youth Model 243, that little short with like subsonic rounds in it. I got up on a stump with that little thing, dude, and they flushed the doe over the hill, and I rolled her with that rifle. But I was shooting it like this. I was holding that bitch like that.
Whatever works.
Yeah, that's all I got this year. And she won't number the small doe, and I mean, she's in the freezer right now, but I was so mad at myself for not – I mean, I had plenty of opportunities. We won't talk about the 2 deer I missed on dogs.
Yeah, I was there. I witnessed.
I have never in my life missed a deer with a shotgun. Never. Never. And I missed 2 this year, a buck and a doe. Shot saplings down, knocked bark off the tree, and I'm talking 20 yards broadsided. Didn't hit
Not
nothing.
plenty. Plenty.
You got to be careful with these sessions. Let me just tell you, 2 years ago on the first time, I'm like, he's like, hey, man, use this session, put it on your hat. You're going to love it. Easy to operate. Click and click. On and off. Yep, no problem. I mean, I got you, Lee. I'm going to make you proud. I dropped my dog.
Make you proud, boss.
I'm feeling good, man. Dogs run away. I'm like, yeah, okay, nothing's going to happen. The dogs are chasing the deer. And I mean, they're burning tail, barking like they do. When they loop back, you know how they do. That deer came back, it looped back. I knew it was a buck. I was like, oh, yeah, I hit that camera, and I'm just hearing the dogs. Well, it turns out if you hold that button too long, it goes to burst mode. Burst picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, that deer came to me. I shot at the deer. It was awesome. There's a picture where you can actually see my shell. Like, don't.
Yeah. Look, 2 things happened. Number 1, the camera was already recording, and he didn't know it. So I have video all the way up until the deer gets to him. And then I have video after. He forgot, hits the button, flips it to camera mode, so it's taking pictures every 3 seconds. And that deer came by him so fast that all you have in the pictures is a smoking barrel, a shell eject, and no deer.
About right.
Oh, man.
So, yeah, just if you ever get a session, I want to take a quick reminder.
So, Jason, Lee told me something, man. I got to ask you.
Hey, man, I got to go, bro.
No.
Joey, you're going to love this. You're going to love this. Listen to this.
So what is the butt plug out to? What is it called?
I'm 43 years old. I didn't grow up in Virginia. I'm a military brat. Grew up all over the world, Germany, Florida, whatever. My dad grew up poor, didn't hunt. He grew up hunting to eat. He don't like it. He thinks it's stupid, don't make any sense, because he's like, that's how you got to feed your family. Guess what? I have a paycheck now. I don't need to do that. So I never hunted at all. 29 years old, I went on my first hunt. I liked it, but I didn't really understand it. 30 years old, I got into it, fell in deep, like off the deep edge.
See you buy whitetail fever.
Well, there's no one to give you the guidance of like what makes sense. Like, I mean, you know, you buy like frog togs because everyone tells you, oh yeah, when it rains, you got to stay, you know, nice and dry. No one tells you they're hotter than hell and they're gonna make you stink. Ear can smell. Just get wet, you'll be okay. I mean,
just get wet, you'll be okay.
You live and learn. Someone's like, oh, you want to drive dogs? It's really fun. No one tells you about these really sharp, sticky things called briars. Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah, so here I am starting black powder. My 30th birthday, I got a black powder rifle. It's awesome. I'm excited. The season starts, and everyone's like, yeah, make sure you get out there. And, you know, it'll be a little warm when you start, so you got to field dress them pretty quick. I learned how to do that already. No problem. But, like, make sure you got to get everything out of there. Be careful with the bladder, butt, get it all out. Oh, so you can get the butt out. And they're like, yeah. Get the butt out. That's a tool. Have you ever heard of the butt out? It's a real product. It's this orange, long, prongy thing.
You don't have it with you? Please say you have it with you.
I don't even know what that means, but I got to get one. I go online, search it. There's a tool called the butt out. Hell, there's something even better. They've made it better. They've improved it with the butt out 2.
Version 2.
Yeah, butt out dose. Get it, ordered it, send it through the mail. I'm excited. I'm like, I am a real hunter. I have a butt out 2. Yep. Wood. That put it in my little cargo pocket in my sweet pants. That gets because I don't know about briars yet. So I got them in there. Day hunts. I killed a doe. It was a good day. I was like, man, new rifle, first day. My buddy comes by because we kind of hunted near each other. He's like, man, did you get it? Let me help you out. Make sure, because he knows I'm new to hunting. He wants me to really love it. He comes over and I pull that tool out. It's blaze orange, bright blaze orange. Immediately pull it out and he's like, what the freak is that? I said, it's a butt out. You gotta get the butt out. He's like, what? Yeah, you stick it in the butt and you pull it. He's like, I don't Don't you do that. That's wrong. I think that's illegal. Oh, man. Made me feel like a molester or something, man. Like something I just said.
No. Can you imagine just killing a deer in front of the whole hunt club and pulling out and you shove up a deer's ass?
2. The butt out, 2.
That doesn't make it better, Jason, just so you know.
He did. Look, the best part is he did the research to know that there was a better version.
Yeah. Reviews line or something, because it ended up having like a stopping point on it so your hand wouldn't go all the way in. Reviews are like, yeah, this thing's great. The barbs on it really catch the entire intestinal rectum trail, and you can rip it right out with one pull, simple twist. I was like, well, that's the ticket. That's what you got to do, man. Oh my God. And of course, when one guy in the club sees it and he's like, what are you literally doing? Yeah, that's what happens.
Everybody knows.
The whole club is like, hey, man, I got it. Yeah. Lee, I didn't tell you. I started finding them all hunting season randomly in my truck. It's hanging on a string. Pictures of it are underneath my visor. So I hit my visor down. There's a picture of a butt out. You know, good boys.
I've seen those at Walmart, but
I've never seen it. I'd never heard of it till he told me. I had to Google it.
I no longer have it.
You got to take parental controls off to be able to Google for stuff like that.
Oh man, come on. Yeah. So Ed, yeah, that's how that really went down.
I had to hear the story.
I don't know the shenanigans that Lee may have given you, but that's the whole deal.
Oh, it's pretty much the same spiel. He just said he was in the floor crying.
Look, I tell stories as they are. I do not embellish, okay? I tell them as they are.
It's the truth. And something I all the time. Like, when you guys are in your 30s, maybe, I'm 43. I learn all the time because you guys have been doing it since you were like sperm. So, something like, oh, you didn't know that? I'm like, nope.
Nope.
Well, the bird grows on the left side of the berry. When it's red on the blue side, that means it's going to have bad winter. And I'm like, no shit, really? That's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I get it. That's fine. Fine, no problem.
That's awesome.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's good.
How long have you been doing this?
My 12th year with the club, so 14 years.
You got some experience under your belt now.
Yeah, I'm actually able to like figure it out. It's like they say, it's kind of like you can read about it a lot and learn a lot. Don't get me wrong. There's plenty of written by a lot of great people.
Oh yeah, doing it's a totally different thing.
Yeah, because some guy will write this awesome article about how how do you think about a deer's habitat and where to get used to them and like how's their feeding area and the grazing and the pre-rut and the rut and the post-rut. Problem is he's talking about damn Montana or Iowa and Virginia.
Yeah,
so,
not Virginia.
Yeah, you got to get used to Virginia. And then there's dog hunting. Like, that's a whole different game when you're using dogs. And, like, I've learned a lot by owning beagles and running them. And it's amazing. I can't see doing it any other way. But still learn every day. Still learn. I love it.
Yeah. I learn something new every time, man. I'm 33 years old, 32. How old am I? I'll be 33 this year. I learn something new all the time, especially hunting, man.
It never changes.
I teach you something. I go fishing.
Do what?
What?
I said
I spend more time on the water in 1 week than you do a whole year.
That is fine. You do live down by the lake, though. So
I do live 10 minutes from Lake Gaston and Bugs Island.
Well, fellas, that puts us right about an hour. How's everybody doing on time? We can wrap it now or whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah,
I can wrap it.
Kids to bed, and I'm going turkey hunting in the morning, so my alarm's going to go off early.
I got to drive to Emporia to go to work in the morning, so.
I got to get more time tomorrow. I'm going to try to make depth charges.
I'm trying to make depth charges.
I've done it before. It's so cool. You get like those styrofoam pool noodles.
Yeah.
You split them, wrap it around a little canister and tape it, and float it on the water. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Good to go.
Lee, let me know if you want to go. I'm going at 11.
Yeah, I definitely want to go.
I'll pick you
Y'all
up.
better film.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry, I
taking
lost my
cameras.
light.
Sounds like a plan. Lopresti, good luck tomorrow.
Yeah, crush
Yeah,
it.
good luck tomorrow,
Thank you,
Lopresti.
All right,
I
see
have all
y'all.
cameras rolling.
Do it.
All right.
All right,
Dude.
fellas, that's a wrap. Y'all have a good one.
Later.
Podcast number 1 in the books. Gang, gang, out.
Put out 2.